Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to be going through two mini games again, red light, green light, and how to create hurdles in your game. So first we're going to start off with red light, green light. Let's see the game. I did make another red light. I've made another one of both of these, but in this one I've changed it up how it works a little bit. I'm always better safe than sorry because I get caught by red light a lot in this. Okay, I'm not going to click that yet. You'll see the orb switches a millisecond before it changes color. So if I click it, it ends the game. It's over, right? So let me show you how this guy works. There are 3 events vital to the running of this, the red light, green light, if caught, and the orb. The orb I'm actually going to show you first because it's the simplest. When you just click it, it controls the switch, turns it on, it tints the screen to normal, and it brings us to here with the self switch, and you can't do anything with it after that. The game's over. Let's go red light, green, no, if caught. This is only runs when switch red light is on, and then it turns off when switch end is turned on. But again, we're looping with labels. And I actually used some script in this version of it, which means I had to do a lot less repeating myself in this. But it's very simple. It's $gamePlayer.isMoving. So this is just a script that checks if the player is moving at all. It flashes the screen red, then it transfers the player back to the beginning of the map. Here is what actually dictates whether it's a red light or a green light. So again, we're working with labels for loops. And the first thing it's going to do is it's going to control a variable and give it 3 possible options, 0, 1, or 2. 0 is an option, and it always will be unless you change the first number to 1. Keep that in mind. So then we have a bunch of if-then statements going through here. First one is if random equals 0, wait 120 frames. This is the thing that changes the most between all 3 of these. If red light is on, then it turns it to green light, else it turns it to red light. And you'll see if it's on, then it turns it off. If it's off, it turns it on and changes the screen. And the rest of these are set up the exact same except for the wait time varies. So every time it's possible that you could go through and every single time you get 100 frames in between the switching every single time, but it's completely random as a computer can possibly be on determining what pops up. So let me run through that again. New game. Red light, I move. It teleports me back to the green. Green light, I move. Oh, I moved during red light. I get teleported back to the beginning. It's green light. You see how these are taking a different amount of time every time? It's because of that random variable. And it's over. And yeah, it's a lot simpler now that I used that script. If you're ever looking to use any script in your game, Google it. Like, I don't know coding. Okay, that's a lie. I know a little bit of JavaScript and HTML, but I don't know the coding specifically required in rpgmaker. So just Google it. I promise you, someone on the forums has asked this question and has received an answer. So yeah, that is how the red light, green light works. So next we're going to do hurdles, which is actually kind of a little mini tag on to this because this isn't a fully fledged game. And I did that for a reason. First, let me show you how it works. Here we have the hurdles. Jump, 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 right? You're always jumping the same way over the hurdles. And ignore that. I haven't actually properly set up this tile set in the tile set tab. But you see if I don't press the enter button at the right time, I can't jump it, but I press. It goes this. This would mostly be useful in a chase scene, where you have a monster chasing you, or in a racing game where you're racing against something else and trying to beat them, because these, if you don't hit jump at the right time, it does slow you down. And the reason I didn't turn this into a full game is I wanted to focus solely on the act of hurdling and not add in anything like chasing or the like. So this is actually, I think, the most simple thing ever. Literally, it is a action button below characters, and it jumps the player however long you want them to jump. X-axis is the horizon line, and Y-axis is the up and down line. It's like a grid in math. So negative is to negative Y is down, negative X is to the left, positive X is to the right, and positive Y is up. That's how the grid works in this, but literally each of these is just the same thing, copy pasted. Whenever you stand here and hit enter to activate the event, you jump. And yeah, that is it for hurdles. It's really, really basic, but I think adding the Z axis, I'm using quotation marks here, to a game really makes your game feel more alive and less like just a classic pixel game or just a classic RPG Maker game. It adds another dimension to it. Like in Fields of Mystria, you can jump in that game. It allows you, and it's not just, oh, you can just jump. You can jump into water, out of water, over fences, and over gaps too. And so it adds a different mechanic to the game, which makes it unique. It's kind of a selling point. And so that's why I kind of just kept it on its own here. Do with it what you will. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!